Welcome to Life Generally, hosted by me, Jen Lofstrom.
And me, Jen Tran.
We are Gen Squared, and this podcast is about life as a Gen.
Yay! Hey Jen, how's it going?
Hey Jen, I'm going pretty good over here. Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you too.
I can't believe it. 2026. That's wild. I remember the 90s. Like, that was like almost 40 years ago. Way to bring it down right out the gate. Right? Such a downer.
So how did you end 2025?
Well, 2025, my cousin, who I'm closest, more like a sister, we went to a potluck and we all brought childhood favorites. And our childhood favorite that I brought was mac and cheese. And that was delicious and fun. And we watched the countdown, Anderson Cooper.
With Andy
Cohen.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of like our last discussion about reality TV, Mr. Andy Cohen, who looked really Rico Suave this year. So
Andy looked amazing.
Yeah.
Whatever deal with the devil he did, he looks amazing.
I know.
But I did not realize, like, I watched it too.
Yeah.
And with the reciting of Wood with Anderson Cooper, I was just kind of like, I now understand the lore of Andy Cooper.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper.
The two ACs.
Yeah.
AC squared.
But both of them are silver foxes, right?
Yeah, they're both silver foxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, at first I was all thinking, like, man, I'm just watching some dude get drunk saying stuff on the air, but the Wood reciting.
I just love their the back and forth that they have, and they're just funny and sweet.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like they're endearing. And, I still, like, click over sometimes to the others.
Yeah.
Like, New Year's Rockin' Eve, I've watched that, too, because I like the music.
Yeah.
But I really like their friendship, and it's a fun way to ring in the new year. Yeah. What did you do for the new year?
So we went to go over to my fake cousin's house. I call her fake cousin because she shares the same last name as me.
But she's not actually
she's
your
not,
blood cousin?
She's not my blood cousin.
Okay.
Neither is her husband. Her husband and I share the same last name.
Oh, okay.
And we it's fake cousin.
Fun.
And we just hung out with them. And also we brought our dog. So her dog and our dog played. And we just hung out with them, with their kids at their house, watching, like, all the programs for New Year's Eve, the countdown, and stuff. And it was nice. But yeah, I've never watched like Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper really closely, and I didn't understand the lore. But yes, now I understand the lore. It is just funny shit.
Yeah, they are just I just want to pinch their cheeks. They're just really funny and charming, and that's a nice way, especially with how 2025 went. It was a bit of a roller coaster year.
Yes.
I like to leave with some positivity.
Okay, so 2025 has ended, and what did you do the first day of the new year?
The first day of the new year, we went to the mountains and stayed in the cabin.
Ooh, romantic.
Oh, well, it was my son, too, so not very...
romantic.
It was a family thing, but we actually watched all of the Harry Potters.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, we did a movie marathon. We did it in 2 days.
Wow.
And there's, 8 movies. So that was like real intense. And I have like ADHD and I like to move around. I need breaks. So we ended up finding it on one of the streaming services where it had commercial breaks, and that helped me significantly.
Nice.
So the family was shocked because for me to get through one movie is a miracle sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we did it. It was fun.
Nice.
It was raining and cold. So, and we brought all the dogs, and yeah, it was a nice little family time. It was great.
I love it.
Yeah. What did you guys do?
I did nothing.
You did nothing for the first day of the year?
Yeah, first day of the year. I would like start writing my goals or something, but I just like sat down and was like, fuck it, man. My last day of the job was yesterday.
Yeah.
On the 31st.
Yeah.
This is the new year. to F this, you know?
Well, and I think giving yourself a break, like, I don't know, we've always been like grinders, right?
Yeah.
We've been taught to like keep pushing, but I think it's important to take breaks too, and
For
like,
real.
and
Yeah, yeah.
and especially like when you're doing a job transition, like, you know, it's going to be a tough grind already. So give yourself some time to chill out. Like that's totally,
Yeah.
valid thing to do.
So, listeners, most of you do know that I'm in the job hunt. So, you will get to hear a little bit of my experience from time to time, like a little check in with you.
JT's hunt.
But, you know, to our besties who's doing the grind, I am with you.
Yeah, and I mean, like, we had talked about before we jumped on the podcast that there's so many layoffs that have happened in
Yeah.
2025. So you're not alone. Like they said, it's the most since the COVID shutdown. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of people. And so, besties, if you're out there, yeah, you're not alone. And we're hoping that we can bring some content and ideas to help you guys through those times and help everybody find jobs and
Yeah.
be successful.
And don't get depressed. Like, it's not your fault. And it's not, and also, like, when you're getting ghosted and stuff, I'm pretty sure you feel like you're being rejected and stuff. It's not you, it's the system. The system is broken. And
that's the worst.
Yeah,
you put all those energy into job applications and resumes and cover letters, and then it's like crickets.
Yeah, it's, oh my God.
Or it closes out.
I don't even know if that's even worse than dating, you know? Like,
yeah, I feel like there was better prospects in dating, even when I was in my 40s and
the job
prospects right now. So, maybe go to Bumble instead of going on to, LinkedIn. I don't know.
They said, like, now, like, Gen Z and younger millennials, they are going to Bumble and, just networking.
Yeah, they have a friend app. Like, you can look for friends. Like, make
really?
Friends. Yes.
Maybe I need to do that.
They have, like, a friend app. And I wonder if they added, I mean, I looked at that a few years ago when we moved here.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they have a networking section now, too.
Yeah.
Which would make sense. Like, however we can meet people and connect and also, like, network and make sure that you're, like, getting where you need to be.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Okay, besties. So, just wondering, Jen, in 2025, since we just talked about 2025, did you have any goals that you achieved, or what were your goals in 2025?
I mean, my number one goal was a health goal because I was having a lot of health concerns, and after a lot of fighting and advocating, like, it was determined it was kidney stones, but I had those kidney stones for like a year and a half. So, conquering that was a big deal, and being able to just find out what it was and take care of my health was helpful. And also being unapologetically me and making my needs a priority, letting loose and reducing my anxiety because I'm in perimenopause and I have anxiety. And that's my anxiety. Yeah, I don't want to get a copyright problem, but she sings it better than I do. Enjoy my passions, which are things like seeing more concerts and going on adventures, which I got to do both of, and that was awesome.
Nice.
And journaling, it's something that I constantly have to remind myself to do, but it does help.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you?
Mine? Okay, my 2025 goals was to lower my A1C, which that did not happen. Don't spend money on stuff. That really did not happen.
Oh, no.
Practice more kindness. I'm on the fence about that because I don't talk kindly about myself. I may be kind to people, so
I think that's common with our generation and with our generations and with women.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're supposed to take care of others.
Yeah.
So you're making progress, and that matters, right?
Yeah, I guess. Save money for experiences. I have to say my husband did that for us.
Hey, work as a team. That's best.
Work on a podcast. Which
we
yes. So 2025 goal. Cook more often. Yes, I did do that because I did a CSA box, community agriculture.
Like a farm box?
Yeah, farm box.
Did you do one through Irvine in the...
No, I did it through Tanaka Farms.
Yeah, Tanaka Farms in Irvine. Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah.
So I did that, and I cooked a lot more because I was forced to. Because, you don't want to waste the
No, and
produce.
the produce is delicious, and I remember I had it during the pandemic, which is how I got all my fruits and vegetables during that shutdown.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I loved their bok choy. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
delicious. Yeah.
Oh, God, I love bok choy. Meditating more. I questioned, that's because I didn't like track if I meditated. And I think if I tracked, I can really.
So you need data.
Yeah. There's a possibility that I'm all like, oh, yeah, I did meditate more, but maybe I didn't.
It's the UX in you.
Yeah.
You need to have analysis. You can't just be like, we did that.
Exactly. Is there proof? And the last thing, find what brings me joy. Although I did try to dabble in many things and I thought I was going to enjoy it, that didn't happen. So I have like a pile of stuff at my house in the office, just like, oh, like I brought home my cello because I was thinking like.
Was it at your parents' house?
Yeah, it was at my parents' house and I was
Oh.
going to play it again. And then I didn't. I haven't even opened it to even tune it. But maybe I'll be doing that. I'm not sure.
I think that like the way that I find if I really want to do something like that, like I just have to put it on my calendar. Even if you ignore it on your calendar, like you have to ignore it.
Yeah.
And then you do it more. Like, yeah, like I wanted to exercise and I did not exercise much. Like I did more than last year, but
yeah.
so this year that's one of my goals. But yeah.
Okay. So let's reflect about 2025. So I found these questions on Instagram at It's Mad Talks by Ahmed
Abdullah.
Yes. I just found his content. It was just rolling and I'm like, he asked these questions. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's about 5 questions that he's asking for individuals to reflect on themselves. So, okay, one of the questions is, what have I been avoiding? Jen, what have you been avoiding in 2025?
In 2025, I definitely avoided budgeting. Like I wrote that in all caps on on the sheet. Number 1, yeah. I have had to budget a lot in the past, and finances have been tight, as a single mom and everything else. So this year I had some wiggle room and I didn't budget and that wasn't good. So I need to work on that for next year.
The
purse. I need to tighten the purse strings. And reducing clutter. I avoided it a lot until the end of the year. At the end of the year, I started purging some things because I was watching some content about like they have this thing called Swedish death cleaning.
What's
which
that?
Which sounds super dark, but it's not. It's a movement of thinking about the fact that one day when you pass, your family's not going to want to go through your things.
Okay.
So it's going through your things with a loved one
and
deciding like what things really are necessary and what things are not.
What deed of house?
Yeah, because
bank account.
Like like you might be like, I might tell my son, be like, hey, like he definitely wants my Pyrex. He probably does not want my Pyrex. So like, I will keep it because it makes me happy. But it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
That I was like kind of like definitely going down a rabbit hole with at the end of the year. But most of the year I did not. Most of the year I just kept buying crap. But
same too. I feel like we're living the
capitalism.
Comfort.
I know I was trying to comfort myself and not comfort myself with food, which is my general habit. But
I don't honestly know which one's worse, comforting yourself with food or comforting your stuff with stuff,
They both drown you in one way or another.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. It's got to find healthy outlets.
I know.
And career growth. I updated my resume. I spoke to my boss about some growth. I applied for a position within the company. But I also wanted to I wanted to learn HTML. I wanted to start digging into.
Girl, I don't think you need to learn HTML since the advent of AI. I could testify. Go use Claude. It will do it for you.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna have to do that this year.
Yeah, just learn Claude and then subscribe to it.
Okay.
Claude, if you're out there and want to support this podcast, we are open to that.
We're always looking for sponsors, guys. And that would, that sounds like something that would be useful. And that's another thing, like, things have changed a lot in the last year.
Mega changing.
Yeah, mega changing. And I also put cooking at home more. I avoided that because I hate dishes. And I am burned out and don't want to clean. And
Yeah.
so we're focusing on it towards the end of the year. I did start making a dent in that. And yeah. What about you? What were you avoiding this year?
So earlier of 2025, I knew that I needed to update my portfolio and resume sooner rather than later because I was thinking that I had a feeling that like my layoff was going to happen.
You saw some shifts
Yeah,
happening
I
in the
saw some
company.
shifts that happening, and also I wasn't necessarily happy
Yeah.
at my place.
Right.
But like when the economy was starting to
Tank.
yeah, when people are hugging their jaws, I'm like, maybe I should not, you know?
Like,
Yeah,
understandably
exactly.
so, yeah.
So, but I'm kind of kicking myself, and like the last couple days, I've been just working on my resume and LinkedIn stuff. So I really kind of am wishing I did that sooner than later. So the cleansing or cleaning my hoarder habit or my pack rat habit in the office, it's just uncontrollable. Like it's so much stuff that I'm putting in my office that I just like.
I mean, at least you have that space.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it. I understand. Like,
Yeah.
we're crammed in
I
my
mean-
bedroom right now. So
Yeah, this is a live recording.
we're together in the same room. A tight room, but in the same room.
It's very cozy,
Yeah.
I have to say. So yeah, I need to clean out my office and make it a little bit more walkable for my husband because he has been complaining about that for years. Not years, but like maybe a year and a half. I know. Jen gave me a big face.
Made a really cringe face.
She's just like, oh no.
Well, not because of I am upset with you or anything like that. Because I understand that completely. Like my habits, my hoarding habits catch up with me, and my partner is not really. They grew up in a hoarder home, and like they had a lot of things and collectibles, and it's not their jam, and I'm totally like collectible person.
Oh
and
man, this is tough.
Yeah, so we've been working on how to meet each other in the middle.
Yeah.
I get that. But that face was not judgment, okay?
So I didn't, like I said earlier, I didn't figure out what brought me joy. So I'm a little, I don't know. I tried. And I think I didn't practice enough kindness, but that's to be determined. And also I mentioned I didn't save money on experiences. My husband did. So I think I can cross that off. Like,
sounds to me like you guys make a great team.
Yeah.
So.
He's great. Honey, I love you.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
All right. So what are you proud of in 2025 that you accomplished or anything?
I mean, like we touched on my health. I'm proud of myself for advocating for my physical and my mental health. I've been struggling with PTSD at the end of the year, actually half of the year. So doing accommodations and doing therapy and all of those things has been really helpful. And I haven't given up even when it seems like it's going nowhere. So that's really nice. I think that's a huge win for me.
Nice.
And I could have easily just crawled in bed and ignored it. But also, I maintained my weight loss this year.
Yay!
Yeah, I did not gain, which is a huge thing because I've been gaining every holiday season. And then it just adds up over the years.
Yeah.
So that is great. And my doctor, who I saw yesterday, was very excited to see that. And I also tried new foods, which Jen helped me with trying new foods because at one point one of my doctors was like, you should be a vegan or a vegetarian, and I'm not quite there, but we did try some good vegetarian foods. So
I'm glad. I'm glad I was able to share that.
That was
awesome.
Yeah, I loved it. And traveling and saying yes to
adventures.
Woo! Here we go. Yeah, and I did do that.
Nice.
One of our friends' family has a cabin in Michigan, and we went to that, and it was a blast, and hung out on the lake, and you know, like when you would plan something and say, hey, let's do this cool thing, and I'd be like, let's do it right now. Let's go ghost hunting at a hotel. Sounds good.
Perfect adventure.
And I made it through a year that had a lot of loss and grief with my family, and I think just surviving it and recognizing that is a big accomplishment. So
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself.
Grief is a big thing. It might be years, but you're going through it.
Yeah, I'm doing the work
work.
that's necessary. And I'm not saying that there's a set timeline for anybody or myself, but I do feel like I've let myself heal and work on that a lot. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. What about you? What are you proud of for
Okay.
2025?
2025, I think first having this podcast, like actually doing the recording and like.
Well, that was my part of my adventure, like saying yes to things. Was
Oh,
the
yeah?
podcast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yay. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you said yes to me.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yay, besties. We all said yes to each other. The next thing is taking time off to travel. Like this year I got to travel to 2 places, which is, it makes me feel like an interesting person. Typically I feel that I don't travel enough. And I was traveling out of the country, not in the States. So that was very nice in 2025 being able to travel.
World traveler, Jen.
I finally visited the North Country and the South Country. So Mexico, Cancun, and Canada, Toronto, and Montreal. And
see, like I feel like you could be like the where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. Like where in the world is Jen Tran. It's a throwback for you millennials out there.
Millennials,
Gen X, cusp Gen X. I know I tend to skew a little more millennial than Gen X in truth, but and yeah, I mean, I think that's great. You've been traveling, and what else do you think you've accomplished like this year?
And also recognizing that I needed help, like that. Particularly the A1C thing, I can't focus it on my diet alone, like taking medication. So listeners or besties, I have type 2 diabetes because of my lifestyle. I just, having a sedentary lifestyle, including I like to eat.
You're a foodie.
Yeah, I'm a foodie, but like the thing that gets me, because my genetic type is like carbs, because I love rice. I love potatoes. And if I can avoid eating that, like it's not necessarily the sweets, it's really like the carby stuff that I love.
For me, it's the sweets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, I know for a fact, because I did it before, like if I just got off of carbs, I wouldn't have, type 2 diabetes.
Yeah, it improves your health, but it is a big commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like corn. And bread.
Yeah.
And pizza.
Yeah.
No, and not even though they're cauliflower pizza, which is it's fine, but actual dough wheat pizza is fantastic. So if you haven't tried that out lately, it is fantastic.
Well, I know, there's even some pizza bowls out there now from some Papa John's, I think has some. Oh, you could sponsor us, Papa John's.
Yeah, Papa John.
So there are options, but having a great slice of pizza is still
traditionally. Yeah. So but obviously I'm still working on that. It's very difficult to change a lifestyle for getting off of carbs, sustaining that is very difficult versus you can do a fasting,
it's just pretty temporary, honestly. In our society, getting away from carbs is very hard unless you're living I don't know, on a vegan refuge or something. Even vegetarians and vegans eat carbs. So
but they don't have. I think that they don't. The carbs, without the meat proteins.
Yeah, they do become protein. Then a lot of the stuff carbs become like beans.
Yeah.
And rice become a protein together.
But I think that if you have if you're an omnivore, right, and you're not sacrificing something, that you can't burn out this certain type of calories versus if I think it's a reduction or of something missing, then you can maybe successfully be able to maintain a healthy weight. But I don't know. It depends on the body type, in your
all
genetics
stuff. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I mean, when I cut sugar out, it definitely makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And exercise, obviously, too.
Yeah, I think maybe I should think about reducing or taking away processed foods and just do it all pioneer style, hand make everything.
I mean, the more things that are more natural, like they do say it makes a big difference. Like,
Yeah, and I think it's a lot of effort too.
it's a lot of time.
A
So
lot
if
of
you got the
time,
energy, then
and
cool.
yeah, and also like, like don't get me wrong, like organic foods or like growing, even better if you have the ability to grow your organic foods.
I know, like a victory garden, like they used to do
Oh
during like
yeah,
war times.
yeah.
Yeah, I would love to do that, but I also
It's
have a full
time and
time
energy.
job and a kid and a relationship and a podcast.
Trying to be on top of your field. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. You also want to be a farmer too.
Yeah.
You can do it, Jen. I mean, if you really want to.
That's a dream. One day. Okay, so how about what behaviors moved your life forward that you recognized in 2025?
I recognize that I did not give up on a healthier lifestyle, even when things were hard.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean I didn't have like days where I ate chocolate and stuff and like, you know, ate pizza or laid in bed. But I consistently focused more on my health than I have in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that made a big change.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really am glad that moved me forward and is helping me go forward this year too.
So do you think you're going to be full vegan this year or try to be?
No, I mean, I've pretty much cut out most beef. I have
Uh-huh.
like sometimes if it's in something, maybe not. But I just think I'm just going to be, I would see more of a flexitarian,
Okay.
more fish and chicken. I could live without chicken and turkey. Like, poultry's not that big of a thing for me,
Uh-huh.
but it's affordable and seafood is not always
Yeah.
affordable. So,
Yeah.
I got a budget too. I can't be like living it up with shrimp all the time. But like everybody else is eating ramen and I'm like, what's up? I mean, although ramen nowadays is expensive.
Yeah, it's like
I know.
19 bucks.
Well, I'm talking about instant stuff, not the fancy stuff.
Oh, sorry.
I know. When my son was
Like
like,
couple
let's go to
noodles?
ramen, and I was like so excited, thought it was gonna be a cheap night, and his meal was like $40, and I was
Oh yeah.
because he got seafood ramen. And I was
Oh
like,
Jesus.
man. I mean, I'm glad he likes adventurous things and he likes healthy food, but my wallet wasn't glad. But so that was like, I think that making those choices and I want to focus on it more. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
working with my doctor and to get ahead of the game for this year. And then I stopped saying yes to things that didn't serve me. So I did say
Mhm.
yes to like adventure
Yes.
and podcasts, but things that didn't serve me, events that I really didn't have to go to,
Right.
making homemade from scratch food for the potluck. Like that's my norm.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't. Like I bought a take and bake from Costco
Okay.
and everybody loved it and it didn't change anything.
Okay.
So, that was a huge thing for me this year and that
Uh-huh.
helped my load, like my mental load a ton.
Nice.
Yeah. I think you're better at saying no to things like that you don't want to do. Like you'll just be like, yeah, no, that's not gonna work for me. You're like, I got something else going on. Like, and I'm just like, well, maybe I'll try. And then, I literally almost did it at Scouts, my son's Scouts meeting
Uh-huh.
this week. Like they talked about how someone needed to sew these pin badge things and
Uh-huh.
I was like, well, I don't know how to sew, but I could glue. And someone was like, don't do it. Don't do it, Jen.
If you don't know how to sew, don't do. Yeah, exactly.
They were
Don't
like,
do it.
and I was like, but I have sewn in the past. And they're
Oh,
like,
girl.
and they were like, no. And I was like, you're right. I'm not going to say yes to that because it's just more stress. But I'm a giver. I like volunteering. And so it's a big step for me to recognize the difference between volunteering and overextending myself.
Yeah.
And I rested.
Rest.
I rest. I allowed myself to rest.
Nice. Uh-huh.
Which is very hard for me. Like I am a grinder and I have energy and I always beat myself up that I should be doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Always should be cleaning something. Something could have been done in the time that I sat on the couch. Something could have been done while I was gardening. It makes no sense. But
Mm-hmm.
I just decided like I got to stop doing that because it's not helping me.
That's interesting. Like, I didn't know you felt that way.
Oh, yeah. I do. Like, I mean, I'm a positive person, right?
Yeah.
And I like who I am.
Yeah.
But there's always this part of me that I struggle with that is like, basically it's mostly probably because I was undiagnosed ADHD as a kid and as a girl.
Man, I wonder
And
if I'm
you could
undiagnosed.
be that I felt like I needed to fit in a box for
Mhm.
certain expectations, not my like my clothing and my music, whatever.
Yeah, that's
That's
an
my jam.
expression.
But
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
also like an ADHD
yeah.
thing. You
Okay.
want to be unique,
Yeah, yeah.
but also, but like struggling with clutter, struggling with doing consistent chores, and
Hmm.
those kind of things. I struggle with those things. Those are things that it's harder for me to like, oh yeah, I want to do the dishes every night. No, I do not want to do the dishes every night, you know? And so like
Hmm.
putting things down instead of putting them away all the time. So that's why things land in random places, and that's why our setup right now in my room looks like a little rat's nest of cords because I'm very
I just thought it was you're just making do, and if you need the rest, you're just gonna do it.
well, and that's the thing is I would never judge anybody else the way I judge myself on that.
Interest. Oh my gosh, I'm learning such new things about you, Jen. Besties, this is like
Groundbreaking.
yeah, I'm like, what?
I wouldn't though. Yeah, I definitely do struggle with that. But I heard a lot of it as a kid. Like I heard that I was supposed to be organized and I was supposed to do these things and I shouldn't have to be told or reminded to do things. And that's just not who I am. Like I'm capable of doing things, but I have to find my own ways of doing it to make it happen.
That's wow. Because I always feel like I'm very regimented in a sense of like,
You are regimented.
yeah, like
Yeah.
every other weekend I do laundry every other, and then
I don't
every
have a
other week.
schedule for
Oh,
anything, girl.
if I don't do it, I go mental. Like for some
But
reason,
there's some people who
yeah.
are very scheduled. Yeah, no, I like I mean, we have like commitments that we
Mhm.
have, like Sam goes to Scouts on Mondays. Like
Yeah.
we have that scheduled, but as far as like my chores and
Uh-huh.
no, I have my weeks days that I go into the office scheduled.
Yeah.
It's really just tough for me to stick to a schedule. I it's like I'm anti-schedule.
I love that.
I'm like, I really, and it makes no sense because the schedule would be logical and like
Uh-huh.
helps you streamline things.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like I'm rebelling against schedules. Like calendars annoy me. And this is deep thoughts with Jen.
Wow.
This question got real deep real quick.
Know, like, oh my gosh. Because I feel that you are more schedule oriented because like when I reach out to you to like, okay, let's talk about podcast stuff, like, because I'm always mindful because
Yeah.
you're a mom, right?
Right.
And I'm not. I'm just some rando.
You've got a ton of things going on too. But being a mom adds more to it. Yeah.
And I don't know your son's schedule because you're catering to his schedule. So I
Right.
need to move around because I have the flexibility.
Right. Which I appreciate that you understand that. Yeah.
So then I sometimes feel like I'm dragging you when I'm all like, hey, we need a schedule. I'll
No,
talk.
that is not you dragging me. That is literally me needing motivation. And it's not because I don't want to do it. It's because scheduling just drives me crazy. So it's not you. I'm deadline driven, but I need the deadline.
Oh, I see.
I have a trouble creating my own deadlines.
That is okay.
Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
now this makes sense. Oh my
No,
god, my
like-
mind is blown.
It's just like you're just dodging me. No, girl, I literally don't check things sometimes because I'm too overwhelmed. I have anxiety. And then I'm like, I don't want to schedule anything right at this moment. It's my annoying quirk. So
That is so okay.
thank you for working around me. I know it's a pain.
Yeah.
So, that's something I need to work on being okay with it.
Okay.
But in my 47 years of life, I have not been okay with scheduling.
Okay. So for me, for behaviors moved my life forward is that I started to do Pilates again.
Literal movement.
Literal movement. Because ever since COVID, I like stopped doing it, and then it's like slowly doing it, like going back to like studio classes and just having movement. And then I switched over to Orange Theory because I just wanted a little bit more help in the movement part.
Spice and then also just like something engaging, right?
Yeah, but besties, do not get me wrong. I am desperately trying to get in the habit of like running a mile, 2 miles, right?
Mhm.
When I used to do it in my early 30s. And I do walk my dog. So it's not
Yeah.
like I ignore my dog, but it's like walking is very different than this explosion of running and, endurance, like when you're in your head.
Yeah.
Besties, I hate running. Like, if you guys watch me run, when I start running, I look at the sky asking God, why am I doing this? For like 15 seconds, and then I start huffing and puffing.
I like walking and exploring new neighborhoods.
Not that's angry, like, why am I doing this?
No. It's already hard enough. I don't need to make it harder, but like also like I'm chunky. So, I have to like figure I like dancing though. I do a lot of like dancing. I just like put music on and dance in the living room.
Would you do Zumba?
I would do Zumba, yeah. I
Okay.
would do that, yeah.
If you find a Zumba class, I would totally join you to support you.
I mean, I would love that.
You would probably be like, what the hell is this girl?
No answer. I'm like, the quintessential wedding dancer. I can go and be the first person on the dance floor and the last person off the dance floor. But then when you say, here's some steps that you should do, I'm like tripping all over myself. Choreography and me it's challenging, but I can do it. I can do it, but it's challenging.
I love choreographed dancing. Like, because I don't need to think about it. Well, because I'm watching the person, but I hate dancing on the dance floor, like club dancing or,
You don't like freestyle?
I don't know freestyle. I hate it so much.
You're so opposite on that.
Besties, we are learning so much about each other.
These questions are awesome. I'm so glad that you pulled them out.
Yeah, I cannot. Do not get me wrong. I love that other people dance. They have rhythm. They're just like two-stepping or doing whatever they're doing on the dance floor. But for me, because I'm just I feel awkward without knowing. I think I would be so great at like Victorian times because it's a choreographed dance. Like people have to know.
I'm sure. Like waltzes and stuff like that. And also like even country line dancing.
Yeah, country line dancing I would be so. I would be good
I enjoy country line dancing because it's. I mean, I don't do anything crazy, but I can do.
No do-si-dos?
No, I used to do like square dancing in elementary school. That was like a time warp right then. Just like little flash. I was like, and I remember being like, "This is pretty fun." Like, I love it. Be like asking my mom if I could wear a dress on the day we were square dance. Oh man, that's like the 90s right there.
Square dancing back.
I know. Bring square dancing back, dagnabbit. Yeah, no, I get that.
Okay, so and cooking more, like because of the CSA box, the community supported agriculture box, has helped me a lot with my cooking skills, and also like Tanaka Farms boxes, they don't really necessarily tell you. They kind of, it's a surprise. So it's like
sometimes they might say, "Hey, we have some great oranges coming in this week," but that's like all you get. Like it's like one clue in an email. Yeah.
So it challenges me since I like to cook of new things. My husband really hates it because he's all like he can't prepare for it. Versus I'm just like,
you're like, I got cauliflower, so let's find a cauliflower recipe.
Or I'll just,
fry it up
or just like do it. Yeah. I don't necessarily consult
roasting
with
a lot of things are really good. Yeah.
But yeah. So those are the two things that moved my behaviors that moved my life forward a lot.
Good momentum right there.
Okay. What labels did you act as if they were facts?
Well, in my life, I have acted as if I'm the fixer. And as a mom, sometimes I do that too. So I did struggle with that a lot in 2025. I am trying to work on allowing anonymity and not trying to fix things for people. It's not my job. And so I have started working on that. But it is drilled into my brain that that's who I am. And like Fix It Felix from Wreck-It Ralph, Fix It Jen.
I like that. Fix It Jen.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, mark that character.
Yeah, right? Just like there with my little hammer.
Tool belt.
Exactly. Like, yeah, mine would be orange instead of the blue. for sure my favorite color. I do identify as a team player. Like I
Mhm.
really like working with teams, and
Mhm.
I also like say that I'm an advocate for others. In fact, I will more than likely advocate for other people for things that I would not advocate for myself. um and then on the negative kind of side of things, like
Mhm.
I do struggle with identifying myself as being a messy person.
Mhm. Okay.
And I'm not always messy. I'm just kind of like I just don't I don't care about certain things,
Okay.
and like that's not norm,
Okay.
for everyone else. And then I'm lazy because obviously if I don't have a schedule and I'm not doing X, Y, and Z, then I am lazy. So that's like my like mom voice in my head, like from
In
when
the
I was a
back.
little kid,
Oh
like
wow.
saying your room is a mess, like you're lazy, and I'm like, oh, I'm doing it to
No.
myself now.
Yeah.
That's the horrible
Oh
thing.
man.
Yeah,
Generational parenting.
I know. Mom was just being a mom in the 80s, but yeah.
Um,
What about you?
for me, I am a doer. Like I will get things done.
That's true.
I am a serendipitous encounter. So I don't. So basically, that definition, serendipitous encounter, is basically like these fun things just happen to you. You
Yeah,
walk into them because you were at the right place, right time to happen. So I would
yeah.
consider myself
I like
that.
that. I would identify myself
Yeah,
as that
you are
too.
definitely that.
I have not
100%.
heard of that term, but I definitely
Oh, I learned
yeah.
that today.
Ooh. When you were doing research.
Yeah, my research. I heard on the radio when they
Oh.
were like, yeah, people do not use that definition correctly.
Yeah. It also can sound like, I don't know, I think of an encounter and I think of something
Like a sexual
like,
encounter.
adult encounters. So that's mostly because I'm going on a random tangent. When I was in high school, our local newspaper for the city had ads for like a women's dance escort kind of place. It was called Bob's Classy Ladies.
Oh my gosh.
And we had I think they were in the Valley or in Burbank or something. And we had to do in my government class, we had to do a news story every week, like, and we had to read the newspaper and stuff. But my friend and I, like, one of them one time was like, "Enjoy in adult encounters," and we were like, I know. And so that's where that just took me right now. It's like a time machine. So sorry, serendipitous encounters is way better than the random ad in the Signal. I actually did read the articles too, but
professionally, I am known as a good collaborator and that people like me. I can only attest that people like me is because my coworker now / friend, because we don't work together, threw me a happy hour and many people showed up. It wasn't they showed up for her, they showed up for me, and I was all like, whoa, I mean something to people. Like it was very nice. Like, when you throw, even for myself, like when I'm throwing it for somebody else,
right,
like
you scheduling it,
scheduling and all that stuff, it takes a lot of effort, but I really hope that this other person know that they're well loved, and I was just like, wow, I am really well loved.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad that happened.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Catherine, you're out there, I love you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that.
Kudos, Catherine.
Okay, I am not a good weeder, meaning
pulling weeds in your yard.
I have a collection of weeds in my yard right now that needs to be pulled.
Well, there's been a lot of rain.
Oh my gosh. It's a jungle weeds, okay?
Oh man.
It's I am not a good weeder.
Is it in the backyard or the
front and back and the side on the concrete? Weeds everywhere. It's bad.
Just get a weed eater. Just weed eat it. Just like zip it all down.
Oh my god.
I went and saw a friend and found out that he didn't have a lawnmower and he's been hand clipping his lawn.
Oh my god. That's only professional lawn people who would do something.
I was like, what? I'm like, go and buy nothing, but do something. No, homie, that I saw him and he was just like clip, and I'm like, he's like, we don't have a lawnmower. And they had a gardener, but they had stopped using the gardener. And I was
And
like,
he's hand
he
doing
was
this.
hand weeding and then hand snipping all of the grass. And
That is crazy shit.
I know.
Crazy.
And I was like, your back is going to go out. We're old. Like,
He's like, this is how I do my get my cardio.
I'm sure. It was probably really good for him, but I was like, oh man.
I'd be like, no, thank you.
There's very much easier ways to do that.
I would rather have a jungle at that point. Like,
no.
Okay, I am still a bug magnet. Like mosquitoes, bugs, still like drinking my blood.
When you travel too?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh man.
Oh man. Like even so, it's wintertime here in Southern California, and the mosquitoes.
Are you still getting bit by mosquitoes?
Yeah, I'm so shocked because of like the tropical
I
rain
know
feel.
the rain's been.
Yeah.
We've had less of them, but we still have some, and it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like full winter.
Yeah, it makes me. I am paranoid to a T. Like I will cover up. You know, they even said they will like bite the side of my scalp.
Oh, girl.
And it's just like these bad bumps. It sucks. Like I'm still a bug magnet. I don't really appreciate that. But
maybe I don't know. Maybe do you wear some like natural bug spray? Maybe.
I don't want to waste that. I always want to use them in the summer when I can avoid. You know, it's like that one or two bug.
That's like a scarcity mindset. You're like, I only have a small vial of bug spray. When in reality, like if I was like, hey girl, do you want to go to this bakery this week and then go to a bakery next week? You'd be like, sure, no problem. But your bug spray is a hot commodity.
You know, I have this bug spray from Argentina that works amazing. And I got that when I was in Iguazu Falls. And I was just like, I didn't think it would work, but oh my gosh, does it work really well?
Maybe you could get it online.
No, can't. I have to go travel back to Argentina
it's got,
to
like,
get it.
DEET in it or something.
It doesn't have DEET. It's all natural.
Oh.
Like, because this place I stayed at was like, they were saying like they were a natural hotel or
that's
whatever. And I was like, okay, whatever. But then like.
And then they didn't wash your towels the whole time
exactly.
you were there.
But I think now on my travels, I'm going to start collecting bug spray from each country that I travel. Just
such a randomly practical collector. I collect magnets because they don't take up too much space. But bug spray sounds very like a thing that you might need.
Yeah, but I carry whatever the Costco brand or whatever.
Like Off and stuff like that.
Off and stuff, but Off does. Oh my gosh, Off has a horrible smell. I don't enjoy the smell.
I found one that's like my aunt gave me from Amazon. That's like a spray oil.
Yeah.
That works and doesn't make me want to crawl out of my skin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Share it with
I'll
me.
I'll show you. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So last question: if next year stayed exactly the same, so 2026 stayed exactly the same, what would disappoint you the most?
I think a lack of change.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to push my health journey and further, and I want to tackle my debt. And so if I didn't do that. I mean, I furthered my health journey, but I want to progress it more.
Yeah.
So. And last year I didn't tackle my debt. I probably created more. But paid things down and then they got them back up again. But
the economy is not good.
Have you looked at the price of food lately? Yeah. So I think that would be a disappointing to me. What would you think would be like the most disappointing for you?
So, okay, I am thinking about, we are middle-aged broads, right?
Yes.
I'm estimating I have like 38 more years to live, and so if I don't move the needle in my life, it's for this in 2026. If I don't move anything, it would disappoint me a lot, and it would tell me that I don't know how to prioritize because time is limited. It's like we're not promised an endless supply of time to live on this particular earth. It's like it's precious. And if you want to die happy or at least reach retirement age, feel content that you did everything you wanted to do and that you can, tell these awesome stories or share these knowledge even to the youngins if they really care and want to hear your stories. But I
think they will because I wear cool clothes, but But yeah,
Yeah.
I get what you mean. Like, passing on information
Yeah.
and enjoying life and living it to the fullest.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to take care of yourself now so your future self can do those things.
Yeah, and also like you have to be daring enough to
Yeah.
do the things that you want to set out versus like there are some situations where people are very afraid to doing it,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody like has they're in a certain situation if they can or cannot do something that they want to do.
Right.
But just like remember, it's really your time on earth is your own time.
You own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not do it? Like,
Oh man.
yeah.
I feel like I'm hearing a little Tony Robbins here. It's some good stuff. Yeah, but you're right. You're so right.
Yeah.
Like time is limited, and the only person you can blame for missing out on things is yourself, really.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like I know there's things financially.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
That's like a different thing.
Yeah,
but like
financially or health wise,
Yeah,
those are
yeah.
you should focus a lot if you
Right.
need to do that. But I'm saying in a sense of like I remember my grandpa's funeral and my aunt said something like when my grandpa died, he'd always looked like he was waiting for something. Even still when he was on his deathbed waiting for something. And I'm all like, what is this dude waiting for? Like he had he was fairly young in his 40s, maybe late 30s when he arrived to the States.
Okay.
Right? And to bring all his kids over, his like then at the time 10 kids, and then one of my aunts was born here.
Wow.
So there's 11 kids total. But I just remember when I was growing up, he didn't work. So I'm just thinking like, what was he waiting for? All he does is have time. Like, what do like
Well, you can't wait for things to happen for you.
exactly.
You have to make them happen.
Exactly. That's why I'm just like, he could have no fault for his own. If he was frightened because or like he was scared of lack of English skills, I understand like there's a confidence issue and stuff like that, but it's like why are you waiting? Like just do it. So my grandpa died like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And he was in maybe his 80s.
Okay.
So or mid 80s.
He did. I mean, that's not a short life.
It's not a short life,
it's
but
a
let's say
run.
like
yeah.
So let's say he was living he made it to the States middle age, so maybe 40 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He had 40 plus years to actually do something,
to
live the life or
wanted.
make that daring thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, the question is like all those people in high school, the popular kids, like who had these amazing high school social lives at that time, and then fast forward, it's 15 years. Have they have accomplished anything?
Right. I mean, I think that anyone could peak at a certain point in their life and then stop, right?
Right.
So, like, you could peak in high school, you could peak in your 40s, whatever. Like, I think it's harder for someone who peaks when they're younger in what I've seen, just because life doesn't stay there. It's not
temporary.
Frozen in that moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so I think that if you face some adversity and you've had to be the underdog or anything like that, like you're just used to fighting for things.
Yeah.
You're used to like pulling up your chin straps and doing it, right? Like your bootstraps, chin straps.
You're doing that.
You know what? I had neck gear in 6th grade, so don't worry, guys. I had to pull up my chin strap. I had to wear it to school. It was horrible.
Anyways, okay. So, what are your goals for 2026?
I would like to career expansion, just like grow my skills and stretch myself so that I can move up. And also, I'm really working on weight loss. I'm on a ton of medications, like nothing serious, but I'm in my 40s and my doctor is like, I have people in their 80s who are on less medication than you are.
Oh, man.
It's like, it cuts like a knife,
yeah.
right? And so, but I don't want to have to carry a whole pill case everywhere I travel. I want to be able to, like, I understand some people are medically fragile. They need these things. They're life-changing. But this is some stuff I can control.
Yeah.
So I want to work on that and continue to conquer my PTSD. I want to be able to go back into downtown LA without having a panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do things that would help my future self. So I did see, and I'll share this with you and maybe we can put it out on the gram sometime. But I saw this influencer who talked about doing things instead of thinking like, I have to do the dishes, I have to do laundry.
Mm-hmm.
You think, I'm going to do this for my future self. So things are easier for my future self.
So how do you do the dishes for your future self?
I do them now instead of grudgingly waiting. Yeah.
Okay.
So instead of going like, because like sometimes you will do them, right? You will do them and go, I have to do the dishes. And then you're like totally,
Yeah.
But I'm annoyed the whole time I'm doing it then.
Uh-huh.
Whereas if I'm like, this is going to make tomorrow easier, and prepping food ahead of time is going to make tomorrow easier, and realizing that making things easier for myself is a gift to my future self.
Yeah.
That I really am trying to grab that mindset right now and use that for this year.
I love that.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm moving forward. And I also, I think that I want to reduce clutter like we talked about earlier. There's a theme here, but I did start at the end of the year, so I would like to continue.
You got a head start.
Yeah. What about you? What are your goals?
Well, obviously land a new job.
You're going to do it.
I'm going to do it!
You got this.
Be kinder and more positive to myself. And then be healthier. Like, bring down my A1C. And also, I would love to be able to do the Asian squat. I can't do the Asian squat. Like,
that's intense.
I saw pictures when I was like a little kid, 5 and under, being able to do that. But when you're a kid of that age, so young, you're flexible,
you're
right?
Crazy flexible.
Yeah. And I can't do it. I just remember the time like 5 and up, I couldn't, my heels would never be able to touch the ground. So I want to do that. And I want to be able to do the splits. I want to do.
Whoa.
I know.
I couldn't even do those when I was in gymnastics when I was in like first grade. I couldn't do the split. And I was a skinny little beanpole, but yeah, that's intense, man.
Like I did it. I think I was able to do it when I was like a real relaxed in split when I was like 10, right?
Okay.
And then I was able to sustain that up till I was like 18 or maybe even like 20, 21.
Wow.
But
you could have been a cheerleader.
I could have, I'm grumpy cat.
You're like, I have no spirit, Jen.
Yeah.
So
that's why I did marching band. I've been like,
okay. I get it.
I just have enough spirit to make sarcastic remarks. So I really want to do the splits, front forward splits. And then I want to be financially out of debt. But actually I want to be financially savvy. That's what I want to be, financially savvy. And I want to finally use my MBA. It's just sitting on myself for about 2 years. Yeah, about 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's time to activate the NBA.
I understand. I think that's a great point. I think you might use it more than you think you do, though.
Well, starting this podcast is 100%.
Yeah, you actually had done. I did a whole wasn't one of your business plans on a podcast, and then eventually like a podcast studio.
So, besties, you are on the journey of my business plan. So I hope you come with me
to a world of pure imagination,
or to this podcast awakening.
I mean, it's a renaissance. I think your 40s should be a renaissance. So you earned that MBA. I earned an MBA. Yeah, they were very hard. Yeah. And it was a big commitment. So
particularly actually finishing it out in your late 30s, early 40s, it's like your brain is not the same as in your 20s, right?
I still wake up in like a cold sweat thinking about like a paper that I need to do. I got mine like 3 years ago, didn't I? So no, there's no papers I have to do anymore. There's no test. There's not a statistics test. Sam was asking me about statistics last week. He was like, hey mom, what was that really crazy math you showed me when I was little? And I was like, that was stats. And he was like, stats are so easy. And I was like, not these stats.
Wrong stats.
I was like, these are like giant workbooks of data. Like, Yeah, yeah. you you got it. You're using it in some ways, but you're putting it to use now, and
Yeah.
that's great.
But I hope my MBA will open doors for
It
me for
should.
the job
I
market.
mean,
Yeah.
it's
We'll see, to
you
be
could put it on the
determined.
end of your
Yeah.
name,
Yeah, exactly.
Gentran MBA.
Yeah.
So you got it.
Okay. So, what do you think will help you accomplish these goals, your 2026 goals?
I really think journaling more often will help me.
I love journaling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I have like more of like a positivity journal, like it's a gratitude journal.
Mm-hmm.
And it has some fill in the space, but I free journal too. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that helps me keep in the mindset and be more mindful about things, so that helps you stay on target.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's like a trick that a lot of people who are neurodivergent use, that is body doubling for chores, which means like if you went to someone's house and they were like, "Hey, I'm going to fold some laundry while you're here and we're watching this movie."
Yeah.
That's body doubling. It doesn't mean I'm asking you to come and fold laundry at my house. It just means you're here while I'm doing something. And then I do it because someone's here, and I shouldn't have laundry out while
Is
someone's
that
here.
it?
Yeah. It
That's
helps.
interesting.
It helps.
Okay.
Like, or I talk on the phone when I'm doing dishes. Like,
Do you know, if you invited me over and you were doing laundry, I would probably end up doing laundry with you. I love doing laundry.
God, I should live down the street from me.
No, it's something ingrained in me. Like, also, like, I think in my mid-20s, I went to therapy because I had a breakup, right?
Uh-huh.
And I remember the therapist is all saying, like, chores is something very relaxing, because it's like you're doing the same circle cycle. Like, particularly washing the dishes, you're washing the dishes, you're circling it, and it relaxes you. It's not supposed to be. And I was like, "Are you what?" And then for some
See?
reason that just stuck. But
Well, it changed your perspective.
Yeah,
like
it
how I
changed
was
my-
saying, doing things for your future self. Like for you, it was like, this is relaxing. This is the same thing.
but
Well,
but laundry, I could tell you, when I was a kid, because I would do everybody's laundry in the house.
yeah.
I just liked it, and also I didn't know. This is so weird too, but like, people would smell my clothes, be like, "Oh, you smell nice." I'm all like, "It's just laundered clothes." Like, I did laundry. It's
You're like, I've got good detergent.
yeah, exactly. It's like, they're like, "You smell fresh," and I'm all,
You're like, it's Snuggle.
yeah, it's Tide. Tide, if you want to sponsor us, or Snuggle.
Well, yeah, I could see how that is, but yeah, I see, and that's one of the reasons why I want to go through things, is I want to go through my clothes, because if I didn't have as many clothes, then I wouldn't have to wash them as much.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, like my theory has been like, I own more clothes because then I don't have to do the laundry all the time. But the problem is I just wait until everything is dirty, and then I'm doing a massive amount of laundry.
Okay. Like,
Yeah.
what is a massive amount of laundry? Like, how many trips to
I'll probably be doing like 5 loads of laundry.
5 loads of laundry is like nothing to me. Like,
No?
10 loads of laundry, to me, that's a little bit excessive. In one day. I'm not talking about.
Oh. No, I'm just saying my own. Then I do
Yeah.
I do my son's laundry because my washer machine is sketchy and the door's gonna fall off.
Right.
So I don't let him touch
Yeah.
it. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you can't touch that. He does laundry at his dad's house. But I started doing laundry at age 9, and none of my friends did their laundry at that age.
Girl, or
We're-
made with
we're
the same
twins.
thread. Oh my shit.
I know. And I think that's why I totally hate it though. And also, like, because of the girl, I did dishes in the family for the family. My brother just had to do the silverware.
You should kick him in the nuts.
And it just made me so, as I say that, it made me, it was not his fault. He got it, signed it. That was the way it was. But he did start doing like the lawn and care stuff. So that's fine. I didn't do that.
Was he a good weeder?
He mowed the lawn, and he did not use clippers, and he just, but sorry, Adam, I love you. You were just doing the best you had with what you had. But yeah, I think that's great. If you're cool with doing the laundry and stuff like that, I think that is not my jam. But body doubling helps me with my chores, and negative self-talk, which came up earlier in this episode when you were like shocked that I beat myself up over things. And that's also because I have some like perfectionism stuff. So I mean, remember when we were in our MBA program and I wanted straight A's the whole time, even though there was a pandemic? And yeah, and I did it, but did I need to do that? Probably not. Um, and then be transparent with people. I sometimes I overshare. Obviously, I'm on a podcast, I'm sure, and everything. But being transparent about my feelings and like how like I perceive something. A lot of times I make assumptions, super negative ones, like someone's mad at me or something is something I did cause some sort of concern.
Yeah.
And that's me talking to myself. So
yeah,
I would rather just like be like, hey, yo, this is what's going on. Like, and we've been like that though. I've been able to be like, hey, I'm having a busy week or things are tough right now.
Yeah.
Like, and you're like, okay, cool. But like, if you don't tell someone, they don't know. So I think that I want to work on that more and then advocate for myself more. At work, I really feel like that would help.
Yeah.
Like I said, I advocate for others, but I need to do it for myself too. What about you?
I think what the things that would help me accomplish my goals for 2026 is saying affirmations that I can do it. Like, I know this is so corny, like going in the mirror and looking in your eyes and saying those affirmations. They have helped before.
I think that that's legit. I mean, I literally, and you're in my bedroom right now, so you can see it. I literally started dancing in the mirror every morning and telling myself that I look good and I feel good.
Yeah.
Ever since we moved in this apartment with the giant mirrors, and it's made a big difference. Like,
yeah.
I think it just. So I think that like positive affirmations.
Yeah.
They're not woo woo.
Yeah, it's not woo woo. Like it changes.
It rewires your brain. Yeah.
So the next thing would be like reading motivational books or even
like Mel Robbins books.
Yeah. I listen to like all her books and like sometimes like rereading them. It's kind of like getting into it. It does help me. And the habit tracker, like just, I like actual checking things off.
Oh, you like lists.
Yeah. But it just like kind of shows me like, oh, I spent time. Like the data is showing this.
Are you doing it like, is it an app that you're getting or is it your own thing?
Yeah, I just hand make it in a journal and just like highlight. It's done.
Is your journal like a grid journal?
Yeah, it's a bit of a grid journal.
Cool.
Right? Like, so I have like 2 journals. I have a Hobonichi cousin. But it has dates and, it's grid designed, right?
Okay.
And it's like...
She has it here right now. I'm looking at it.
And like, so these are the dates. It also has like a weekly...
Oh, cool.
Stuff so I can like time block things. And
it's a lot. It's got a lot of space too.
Yeah. I have to say thank you to the Japanese culture of making these types.
It's also got a schedule stuff in it where I'm like, I hate schedules. It's just like, here's my book of schedules.
Yeah. Oh, here, you want to check it out?
Yeah, let me look at this.
So it just like,
oh, squirrels rule the world.
No, at that moment, I just had like tons.
I love it.
Yeah,
I think that's fun, but you got to make it whatever works for you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it has to be functioning. Like I've seen other journals, they put more stickers and more insights to make it aesthetically pleasing and stuff, and I'm just like, that just stresses me out.
That's interesting. You put in here impulse buys and necessity buys. Well, that's a cool idea because I definitely, when I'm stressed out, impulse buy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Especially on Amazon.
Oh my God.
It's too easy on your phone. Yeah. But I also see that you have like the burnout corner over here, which is like a burnout meter, which we talk about all the time in our podcast. Yeah. So that's super cool. This definitely, I can see how you could look back on it too. And you can see like how you've made progress and cool.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Thank you. So
we should take a picture of that and post it sometime.
I will.
Yeah.
So I have a 2026, but then it has like the same thing, but an additional of that, I'm putting a habit tracker in a separate one that I manually make.
Okay.
Just to, I don't know, just to manually put some investment in. Like
mine has like positive quotes or affirmation quotes.
Oh, I have a list of that.
Every time, like it puts it like at the top, there's a new one.
Mm-hmm.
I can decide whether I like it or not. Because sometimes I'm like, that's dumb.
That's
not
jiving right now.
No, yeah, but I like that kind of like warm and fuzzy stuff sometimes. So.
All right. So that concludes our reflection and goal settings. But Jen, how is your wedding planning? Have you started wedding planning? This is the year.
This is the year. Yes, I have started wedding planning. We have gathered colors, and one of my friends, she got married last year. She gave me all of her black linens. So that's wonderful because we're going to be doing most of the stuff ourselves.
So a DIY wedding.
It's DIY for sure because girlfriend's not rich. And so I've been married once before. So we don't need to, like, it doesn't need to
You don't
be
need
like,
to go get a rock band.
No, it doesn't need to be a big production. So yeah, but like the theme that I've kind of settled with, we're getting married in October. And the theme will be a like 1960s Dolly Parton wedding. Like,
really?
If you look at like her pictures of when she got married, it's not like everything's gonna be Dolly, but like her wedding inspired, and then it at fall time. So it's like retro music, and then like fall. So
Dolly Parton, if you're out there, and besties,
we're gonna go there for our honeymoon. That's our plan.
That's so cute.
Yeah, we want to go to Dollywood so bad. And
Dolly, hook a lady up.
Love Dolly. I have paintings of Dolly in my house, and I've loved her since I was a little kid. So
she's a great lady. I love her. Yeah,
inspirational, positive, and I love that she's just herself. And I strive to be more like Dolly all the time. How's your job hunting going?
So my job hunting, my official day of looking for a job started this Monday.
Okay.
So this is like me looking at jobs and actually really focusing on my resume and LinkedIn.
I'm glad that you're really being intentional about it, because I think that when I've looked for jobs,
is it in frantic mode?
Yeah, it's in frantic mode, and then a lot of times I'm just throwing my resume out there and like not being mindful about it. So having the intention of like, really looking at it makes it harder when you get ghosted. But,
but taking it personal. Yeah. Exactly. Dating.
Dating, I'd be like, well, he wasn't cute anyway.
Screw this guy.
Well, I'm glad that you're making movement on that. And besties, if you guys have any ideas, if you have a job, if you have a job for Jen.
I'm in the UX field.
She's UX, and she's amazing. And
thank you.
You're welcome. So yeah, hit us up. Like we said, our Gmail is, we've said it in the past, but I'll say it again, lifegenerally@gmail.com. So it's lifegenerally with a J at gmail.com. And our Instagram is life.generally, and it is Jen in generally with a J.
All right. Well, that's it for this week's episode. Thank you, besties, for tuning in. And any last words, Jen?
Happy New Year.
Oh, that's a good one.
Anything from you?
Yeah, Happy New Year.
You're so original.
Oh, I know. Thought leaders at best.
Well, with that, guys, we want to say, stay happy and stay on the course.
And make 2026 your year.
That's it.
Jet Squared